بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear friends, welcome to Idea Foundation Forum. Today we will discuss the research topic Heart, the captain of mind and body. Heart is the grand mansion of spirituality. The Ruh, the command of Allah, Amre Rabbi, was breathed into the heart of the man, causing creation of the nafs or the human soul into him to establish his connectivity with the divine order. Thus, the heart is a place where the nafs or the human soul resides. Here I will invite you, all of you, to kindly have a look on the graphics shown on the screen to locate place of the heart among the ruh and the nafs. It was the sacred heart whereupon the Quran, the script of Ummul Kitab, the Lohe Mahfuz. What is Lohe Mahfuz? It is preserved tablets of Allah, was revealed wherein Allah shared the divine secrets with the humanity. Divine secrets. It was the heart wherein the life and cognition were enlivened with wisdom, emotions, and feelings. Such deserving status of the heart was evidenced with the fact that its multiple dimensions have been revealed in about 180 verses of the Quran. Just imagine. Such overwhelming role of the heart in the man's life was revealed by the Quran more than 1400 years ago. While science has started probing on some of its aspects, not all, some of its aspects revealed by the Quran just 6 or 7 decades ago. Let us see how the heart is captain of the mind and body in the light of the Quran and science. Dear friends, as mentioned earlier, there are about 180 verses of the Quran which have revealed extremely diversified information on the pervasive impact of the heart over human life. However, its understanding of this fact is growing with the growth of human intellect. Scientific discoveries regarding the character of the heart as well have been evolving over long time, but that remained mostly in biological domain. The expansion of scientific research from biological to other dimensions of the heart just started in about 1960s. Current research has shown that the human heart is much more than an efficient blood circulation pump that sustains life. Now the heart is thought to be an access point to a source of wisdom and intelligence that can endow human life with more balance, greater creativity, and enhanced intuitive capacities. Intuitive, spiritual. These virtues are important for increasing personal effectiveness, improving health and relationships, and achieving more accomplished life. Science of the heart is diversifying itself into psychophysiology and neurocardiology. It is now venturing to look at how stressful or negative emotions breed disorder in the higher level brain centers and autonomic nervous system, which are reflected in the heart rate variability. Briefly, it is called HRV, or heart rhythm, and it adversely affects the functioning of virtually all psychophysiological processes, including cognitive, hormonal, and immune systems. Just imagine. Now, the Quranic view of the centrality of the heart, Quranic view of the centrality of the heart in the human existence is also being witnessed by the science when it claims discovery of the brain of the heart. That heart also has a brain which has the sentient attributes similar of those of the cranial brain. What is cranial brain? Brain of the head. So, dear friends, newly discovered dimensions of the heart have been reviewed in the light of the above mentioned 180 Quranic verses, classifying them in the following research topics, which will be discussed in the given sequence during upcoming sessions. Please have a look on the screen. 1. Heart, captain of the mind and body. Number 2, heart brain. Science witnesses the Quranic truth. Number 3, the Quran empowers the man through positive emotions. Number 4, heart, the seat of supreme wisdom. Supreme wisdom lies in the heart. Number 5, human coherence, the Quranic view versus scientific view. Number 6, the Quran and rhythm of the heart. Number 7, heart and faith, divine connection. Heart and faith. Number 8, negative emotions kill human personality. And 9, the Quran cures stress and generates energy. Number 10, faith for peace of heart and mind, central role for achieving coherence. Number 11, soul, heart, mind coherence framework means coherence framework of soul, heart, and mind can build a vibrant nation. Number 12, again, soul, heart, mind coherence framework can ensure global peace and prosperity. So these will be 12 research topics, those we will discuss in the upcoming sessions. So dear friends, today we are discussing the research topic, the heart as captain of the mind and body. There are several references in the Quran which establish the central role of the heart in the psychophysiological setting of the human life. However, we will quote only 7 ayat or verses for the sake of brevity and focused discussion. Please have a look on the screen. Ayat 53 of Surah Anfal and Ayat 11 of Surah Ar-Ra'd connects the destiny of a people with the change of their inner selves. Please note the words of ayat hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim, ma bi anfusihim, which means until they will change their inner self. Change will come when the inner self is changed. What is inner self? It is one's character, his feelings, emotions, leanings, and attitudes, which are mostly product of the heart. Next is Ayat 32 of Surah Al-Hajj, which describes that true appreciation of the signs of Allah or the secrets of nature emanates, comes out from the piety of the heart. Note the words of the verse on the screen. If the heart is corrupted, is spoiled, is damaged, is polluted with evil designs or negative emotions, it cannot reach the truth of Allah's secrets or nature's secrets or Allah's signs. So next is Ayat 46 of Surah Al-Hajj, which reveals the imposing status of the heart over all other human faculties and reveals that the reasoning is among the faculties of the heart. Note the words of the ayat on the screen. Ears represent the five senses and eyes represent the mind. But these faculties are declared tools of the heart, subordinate to the heart. If heart is sickened with negative emotions, feelings and attitudes, the man's faculties of perception, cognition and observation will all be distorted. Allah has called them deaf, dumb and blind in Surah Baqarah. So next is Ayat 14 of Surah Al-Hujurat, which says positive emotions, especially the faith. The supreme positive emotion is man's faith. These positive emotions have catalytic effects on human personality, provided, conditioned. These emotions have been deeply penetrated into one's heart, grown into a burning desire. Please look at the highlighted words of the ayat on screen. Now look at ayat 9-10 of Surah Ash-Shams, which inform the man in a very expressive manner that his success in this life and life of the hereafter will depend on the degree of purity of nafs or heart from the evil designs and negative emotions. Metaphorically, it is said that the man's fate is hung around his neck. Man's fate is hung around his neck. Dear friends, now it will be interesting to note how the overwhelming role of the heart in the human life could get attention of the modern science. Historically, communication between the head and heart had been approached with one-sided perspective, whereas the scientific research just recently, just a few decades back, has started appreciating that communication between the heart and brain actually involves a dynamic and two-way dialogue, continuously influencing each other's functions. Research has shown that the outgoing signals from the heart to the brain are greater than what it receives from the brain. Just imagine. The heart influences the brain in four major ways. It's very important. First is neurologically, which means through the nervous system or transmission of nerve impulses. Second is biochemically, which means by influencing hormones and neurotransmitters. Third is biophysically, which means through pressure waves or pulse waves. And fourth is energetically, which means through electromagnetic field interactions. Communication along all these connecting points, significantly affect the brain's activity. Dear friends, it was in 1960s that scientific research found its interest in the working of autonomic nervous system or ANS of the heart, which comprises of sympathetic or mobilizing part and parasympathetic or calming or soothing part. When we are aroused, when we are provoked by a challenging situation, usually by negative emotions, the sympathetic part of ANS energizes us for fight or flight, causing increase in heart rate, decreases secretion of adrenal and some other vital glands, which lead to several physiological and hormonal disorders in human body and mind. While during composed and peaceful moments, usually inspired by positive emotions, the parasympathetic part of the nervous system calms us down and slows the heart rate and ensures physiological and hormonal vitality. Please have a look on the graph showing working of the ANS. The ANS of the heart and all of the related physiological responses move in concert with each other and impact the working of the cranial brain noticeably. Thus, the bidirectional interaction, bidirectional two-way between the heart and brain impacts the neural, hormonal and mechanical control systems not only at local level but also at central level. Heartbeat or heart rate is a good measure of ANS at an instant point of time. At an instant point of time, it is high at a sympathetic spell and low at parasympathetic conditions of ANS. However, time interval, mind it needs your attention. However, time interval between the heartbeats, one heartbeat, the next heartbeat, the time interval always remains changing during a given time. The fluctuations of time interval between the heartbeat is called heart rate variability or briefly HRV. So, HRV is high when heart rate is low. HRV is high when heart rate is low, and it is low when heart rate is high. Means heart rate and HRV have inverse relationship on different, opposing directions, as shown in a graph. Please have a look on the screen. The electrocardiogram, are generally known ECG, is shown in red. Have a look on the screen. The ECG is shown in red, and instantaneous heart rate or HR is shown by the blue line. Between 0 to 13 seconds, time between each of the heartbeats keeps on progressively shortening while HR, heart rate, accelerates. After that, means after 13 seconds, heart rate starts decelerating, coming down around the next 13 seconds. This flow of heart rate acceleration and deceleration determines the heart's rhythm. Now the heart rate variability is considered. Under the modern research, the heart rate variability is considered an important measure of vitality of several interconnected physiological and psychological regulatory systems. So, dear friends, in recent years, combined research in cardiology, neurophysiology, and neuroanatomy has evolved a new discipline now called neurocardiology. Neurocardiology has found that the heart has a very complex neural network having much of the features of the cranial brain, thus qualified to be called the heart brain. Like the cranial brain, heart brain, or intrinsic cardiac nervous system. It is very interesting. The heart brain's neural network enables it to act independently of the cranial brain of the head, to learn, remember, make decisions, and even feel and sense. The anatomy and functions of the intrinsic cardiac nervous system and its connections with the brain have been explored, that the neural output or messages from the intrinsic cardiac nervous system from the heart travel through the ascending pathways, rising upward in the spinal column and vagus nerves, reach to the medulla and hypothalamus and thalamus and amygdala, and then to reach the cerebral cortex of the cranial brain. Cerebral cortex of the cranial brain, which is the center of the cranial brain. It is also found that the heart sends more information to the brain than the brain sends to the heart, and that intrinsic cardiac nervous system has both short-term and long-term memory functions, and can operate independently of the central neuronal command of the cranial brain. Just imagine. The graph shown on the screen indicates the ascending pathways, ascending to rising from the heart to the brain. Please have a look on the screen. In very recent years, the research is expanding much beyond the heart psychophysiological domains. A number of studies have been dedicated to explore the degree of connectivity between electrophysiology of intuition, spirituality, the electromagnetic field of the environment, of the land, of the sun, of the space, and heart's magnetic field, and that how this connectivity affects other people and links them together in an amazingly cohesive manner. It needs to be noticed, it is worthy of notice, that the magnetic field generated by the heart is 100 times greater in strength than the field generated by the brain. Experiments are being carried out to explore the interconnectivity of humanity with Earth's magnetic fields. Thus, by preferring and invigorating the positive emotions and attitudes, we can increase our heart coherence, empowering it with the ability to better manage our psychophysiological matters, improve our physical, intellectual, and intuitive faculties, spiritual faculties, enhance our inner reference and societal influence, and effectively interact with electromagnetic field of the environment. Just focus on these virtues of the heart. Through this process, the discussion expands from physiological coherence to coherence in the context of families, workplaces, communities, and beyond, national and global. This way, science related to heart concludes that increased coherence at various levels not only improves personal health and happiness, but it also enhances common concern for global peace and well-being of the humanity. Dear friends, in the foregoing discussion made so far, we saw the leading role of the heart in the human life. Constrained with the time limitations, I am concluding the topic here, which requires a lot more time and energy to be discussed comprehensively. One point that must be appreciated by all the readers and audience is that the overwhelming role of the heart over the man's life, being discovered through scientific studies today, was revealed by the Quran more than 1400 years ago. Just imagine. It impels us, it motivates us, it demands from us to study the Quran much more intensely and purposefully, and enhance our intellectual capacity to reach the hidden treasures of knowledge and wisdom of the Quran. Before conclusion, I will remind ayat 32 and 46 of Surah Al-Hajj, quoted earlier, with the request to all friends, especially the Muslims, for their deep and analytical study to explore oceans of knowledge and wisdom revealed in the Quran, to make good use of the elements of the nature and of our heart for the collective well being of the humanity. So, dear friends, we conclude our discussion here. These programs are recorded both in Urdu and English. Their videos can be watched on ideafoundation.com.pk website or its YouTube channel and Facebook. Their written versions are also available on the Idea Foundation's website. Please note code number of this program Idea 1B or 9 or lecture number 95. All friends are requested to subscribe the Foundation's YouTube web channel for the benefit of this noble cause. Thank you, friends, for participation. Allah Hafiz.